Going live for session 7 of Dark Heresy. As we left our intrepid adventurers last time, they were leaving Desolaim for a space station where they believe the artifacts have been originating. Yes, is that true? Is that what you're going to do? You're actually on your way to the space station.
You've already stalled us for one session. We still want to go.
Yeah, we're going to make you prep this damn space station. Well, and you've had 2 weeks to prep, so we expect it to be good.
Okay, well, if you give me 4 or 5 hours, I will. Okay. Are you going straight there? Are you getting lifted off from your attack on the smugglers' camp in the shuttle?
Yeah, I mean, they've got that big hit list that I assume they're doing either now or have done or are about to or something.
Yeah, they're carrying carrying that out. The ship, you pass the ship still in orbit.
I have a thought, actually, before we get picked up by the sisters to go, we did ground that other shuttle, right? So we could go back in one of their own shuttles.
Yeah.
Interstellar comms.
If we can fly
maybe
it.
they already know. I'm just wondering, like, if we turned up in their shuttle, would we get a different rival? Like,
It depends if you want to go in stealthily or not.
should we try? Or are we going to go in like a plea of innocence is just means you're guilty of wasting my time type thing?
I mean, we don't really know what the projects managed on that stations are. I mean, if it is an abandoned one, which is just farming relics to be sent here and there, we might just go there, blow everything up, and then leave. Assuming it is manned 24/7 for different kinds of project, we might think of a more stealth approach.
We'll go up to the ship and use their database to look up the space station.
Yeah,
I was going to say you can always look it up.
Yeah, I posed it as a question because I don't recall if we already did or didn't. So
I don't think you've ever actually asked.
No.
Okay. And now you've asked, I've got to remind myself of the name of the station even. But it is it's a transfer hub for the sector. It's quite a large station. There's quite a few people on it. It's a lot of trade goes through it, effectively.
It's Babylon 5.
Yeah, sort of, but
no aliens.
no aliens. Smaller ships can dock inside. Bigger ships sort of stay outside and cargo gets shuttled to them, sort of thing. But it is a major transfer point for the sector. It is manned 24 hours. People live there. Ground crew, what will be ground crew if they were on the ground.
So ideally, we don't want to blow it up.
Yeah.
That would cause problems. Obviously, you wouldn't get blamed for anything if you did.
I know our authority
being
stretches
who you
further
are.
than my patience, but that's not the point.
It is, yeah. That is, yeah. It would cause it would cause everyone else issues.
I am leaning more towards a stealthy approach at this stage. There's just too much that could potentially expose us.
Because we've got the what's the shuttle called? I've got it written down here. Hang on. 341 Beta Sky.
That's the one you blew up on the pad.
Yeah. So if we went back on that was what's his name?
That's the one you shot with the laser cannon back in
Did I shoot it?
Hive. You did.
Did I
You shot
fuck it
back
up?
at it. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You've got this one currently here.
What's this one?
It's the CapEx orbital station. Was Beta Sky's point of origin.
Yeah, that's we're talking about the same station, right? There's only one.
Yeah, there's only one. Yeah.
Right, I'm going to delete the 3-4 beta Skype from my notes because if that's blown up, we don't need to reference to it.
Is there a description? So, yeah, I
So it's
mean,
the only option then to get picked up by the sisters, transport-wise.
sorry, Jason, what was that?
So what you're saying is the only ship we have access to is the sisters' ship.
That is, well, you have the shuttle. They've come down in a shuttle to drop off more sisters for you. Actually, the fight.
So an Imperial shuttle or an Imperial big-ass ship?
This Imperial shuttle, there's obviously a big-ass ship in orbit. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
You could always commandeer a ship from the spaceport.
Yeah, if we could just ruin some rich bastard's day.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one's going to say no to you, being who you are.
True. Yeah, we could get a flashy ship, something small.
No, I don't think Flashy is good. Actually, it wants to be a proper
A
working
workaday,
ship.
sure. Yeah.
Well,
So that
there's only
really
people that
upsets
would have
someone.
a ship like that.
Yeah, I
Somebody's
mean,
gonna
if we
break
got a
down the
flagship
tiers.
ship, we should be as flashy as the ship in order to not raise many questions. So I'd go with Regia's plan.
Okay,
Yeah.
you blend it.
So you're going to go in, you're going to commandeer a ship and go in undercover, as it were.
Yeah, and ruin some poor sod's little business by getting a small, run-down, beat-up ship. So
Yeah, someone that
run by somebody who can't afford it.
someone who does look like an heretic, but maybe we are just racist or something.
Well, to
So
quote
normal,
myself
hey?
from a moment ago, somebody whose
Well-
plea of innocence is simply guilty of wasting our time.
Yeah,
we just
being
check?
being
Can
acolytes,
anyone-
you can probably find reasons for heresy in most people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can anyone fly a junker effectively?
Nope.
Now that's a good question. See, I'm an
I-
okay driver, but that's on a 2D plane. Or 2D
Does
plane.
anyone? No one has piloting or anything like that. I take it.
No.
That may be an
I've
issue.
never been off well before.
Uh,
Especially if it's a junker that doesn't work properly or has funky customizing.
neither do I have the navigation ability, so I probably wouldn't arrive at
No.
the right station if I could drive.
So we just get the sisters to drop us off.
We need to program the Navi computer. But you can
We're going
always
to need a
take.
sister.
You
I
can
mean,
take a sister.
Or can't we get the ship and the owner of the ship that can manage for us?
You want a Han Solo? You mean?
I'll tell you what, yeah, why don't we, instead of ruining this poor bastard's life, why don't we just rent him?
Yeah. Okay.
You've been rented.
So we turn back around to him after we've just ruined him and say, actually,
We've seen all this stuff on your ship.
just realise we don't know how the buttons work. So,
Yeah. So the sisters can take you back to the spaceport if you want,
yeah,
where you can commandeer a ship.
Yeah, that'd be
Um,
nice.
And it can be there's just a light freighter that's just offloaded if you want.
actually,
And
just look. Why don't we just look for a ship that's going that way anyway?
this is getting more and more reasonable as time goes on. Actually,
Layers!
Why don't we just do what normal people do? Think
Yeah,
having
but
the
we're not
sisters on
normal
hand kind of
people.
sent the power to our head a bit.
We are so out of touch.
yeah, you won't be able to take your tank with you, but okay. So you go right back at the spaceport, and for after a few minutes searching the records or the boards, you can find a freighter that's taking some cargo that's been made in Desalium up to the orbital for transfer to another ship and then shipping across the system.
Okay.
You're one of maybe 50. You're three of maybe 50 other people as passengers on the ship. They all appear to be pilgrims.
Well, we are pilgrims of a sort.
I assume the pilgrimage is for some worship of the emperor.
Yeah, there's always loads and loads of pilgrims visiting important places around the empire. So the ship blasts off. It doesn't take a huge amount of time to get to the station, just a few hours. If you've got a window seat, you can see the station grow bigger and bigger as the ship closes in. A huge hangar bay opens in the side of the station, and the ship slows and gently noses inside. As it settles down, the hangar's pressurized around it. The captain comes on the tannoy and says you can disembark. He actually mentions for the pilgrims, he says the oath unspoken is departing within the next hour. If you wish to be aboard, please make your way to the I can't think of the word is now. Departure gates immediately. And everyone starts to get up and disembark, and the ship shudders a few times as the cargo gets unloaded. And it won't be very long before the ship's back in space and are headed back to Desalium.
That was better than ruining someone's business.
Yeah, it's just easy. You didn't have to make it.
Yeah, definitely easier.
Right, now,
Too easy.
what do we know about this place? We know we have the old Shottenate, 341 Beta Sky. Anyone who would deal with that. We know the name of that captain, but I've forgotten it.
Yeah, the guy you were looking for from the last one, the smuggler. His name was, and I wrote this down, but I can't.
I had it somewhere.
I've forgotten it as well.
I seem to remember it beginning with H.
Wasn't him, was it? No, it wasn't him. It was. Who can find it first? There's lots of people in this book.
Skinner? No, not Skinner. Skinner introduced us to him.
Is that the one you shot him and his kid?
Yeah.
Skinner was the leader of the Baby Faces, the Cloud Game.
Oh, that's going back a bit, that isn't it?
Yeah. But he was the one who introduced us to the captain, wasn't he?
No. You're talking.
I don't know. Right, I'm just trying to remember the captain's name. I can't remember.
That's Thane, wasn't it? Was that Thane?
Thane? Was that the good name of the captain?
Thane.
Right, I know that the buyer was Halbrel. Somnius Halbrel.
Halbrel, yeah. He was the smuggler on Desalium. The guy you're chasing from this place is someone else entirely, isn't it?
It's the Thane guy.
Come on. Thing froze for a second.
No, Thane we killed, didn't we? During that setup exchange.
He is dead, yeah. But the guy that ran...
Jarek.
Sorry?
You're chasing Jarek, aren't you?
Jarek?
I thought you were chasing Jarek.
Who's Jarek? Jarek Tyrell, Children of the Inheritance, the Golden Husk. Unfortunately, that's all I wrote. I don't know what that relates to.
Okay, so...
I mean, I got this.
The Golden Husk was the
Jarek is the guy with the bolter you were chasing last time that got away.
I thought we chased him down, didn't we? Oh, and he got away again. Right, from the place in the desert. The
Yeah,
other
okay.
smuggling group.
Yes, the other smuggling group. Yeah, you've gone back a bit.
Smugglers East End.
Okay.
So,
Off you
yeah.
go.
Yes, sorry, I forgot. Right, yes. Jarek.
Yeah, okay.
Right,
Yeah, so
okay. Right.
Jarek, he's
Okay.
the guy with the bolter from the desert.
Do we know the name of
Oh.
his shuttle, and have we destroyed that?
Did he for what, sorry?
Do we know the name of his shuttle, and have we destroyed that?
You
Yeah,
did know the name of his shuttle. Yes, you did destroy
Children
it
of the
with your
Inheritance.
tank. I can't remember what we called it last week. No,
Was it Children of the Inheritance?
no, that was
No?
that was some of the pilgrims that were in the camp.
Right. Golden Husk?
Yes, Golden Husk was the
Right.
name of the shuttle.
Oh, that's a ship.
That's right down there. Apologies, it's
Okay.
gone now, I suppose.
So my one idea, the only idea I've got, is we book the Golden Husk in for landing by
Mhm.
going up to the port authority and showing badges, etc., and seeing if anyone turns up for it.
Yeah, that sounds simple enough.
I don't know how it. I don't know how he would have. I don't know how to find him. I haven't come up with an idea yet. What do we know about this space station?
The space station. Okay. You know that, as I said, it's a big hub for a transfer hub for the sector. So there's always goods passing in and out down to the planet, up to the planet, and then it gets distributed to various ships, big ships that fly off there from there. Sitting outside at the moment is a huge ship, very similar to a cruiser. This is the oh god, what do I call it now? I'm in the wrong book. Going back looking for that name and I've lost my place. Yeah, the ship currently outside the station being loaded. I did mention it a second ago, didn't I? The Oath Unspoken.
Yeah.
The pilgrims rush off to that. What more do you know about the station? Well, you know that this is where you've been told the disabled trade, the trade in the Xeno artifacts has come from. So you know there must be someone here doing the same as what someone did down on the planet in passing off fake paperwork.
Yeah. Oh,
So someone.
so
Well, there must be because it gets
right.
booked in and then allocated to the shuttle.
We could look at the paper trail, find the odd thing. So maybe we should start by getting some police badges so we don't appear to be Inquisition or something, or getting a friendly policeman. That was really useful last time.
Is there a police presence that would work with us though on this, or are they going to be like
Station authority.
really like neutral?
There's going to be some sort of internal security to the station,
Yeah, I figured as much.
but whether they are employed by the station, so there might not be an independent police like you might get on the planet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's like a private security.
Yeah, sort of idea.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't an Imperial-run space station. This is a private enterprise.
The ship currently sitting outside is a rogue trader ship, so yeah, it's like it's a business.
Right. Okay.
We're still not blowing it up, babe.
It is.
There are thousands of people aboard
Yeah.
the space station.
So we've got. There's two approaches, right? We can either go bar hopping and ask after Jarek, a bit loud in approach, or we could go to the Port Authority and start going through paperwork.
I think no harm in starting with paperwork, especially if this guy is regular or routine.
Yeah, we've got the
his
names of 2
movements.
ships to look for.
Yeah.
You've got the freighter captain you've come up with. Obviously, this is a regular run for him. You could question him to see if he knows anybody. Same with the docking crew, the loaders and unloaders.
I think we just need to find the paperwork for either of these 2 ships because it'll have a name on,
Yeah.
and that's the person.
This is the guy.
So either the Golden Husk or the 341 Beta Sky. Those are the 2 ships we know.
That's the guy you're chasing.
Jarek Turnell.
So yeah, there'd be some kind of, I don't know, harbour master or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, some sort of
I'm
like
gonna
flight
Stick
control.
my head in there, and I'll start by offering a bribe to have a look through the paperwork. I'm trying to find some information on the ship.
How much are you offering?
I don't know what a reasonable amount for that is. So
Okay. Okay, so like 50 credits, 100, 250,
200 credits.
200 credits to have a look at a book, to have a look at records.
To have a look through the paperwork because I need to. Well, the specific. There's 2 ships I'm interested in, but I need to see what they're up. What they shifted.
Okay. Yeah. So he looks at you. He looks you up and down. You're thinking back in civvies or something at the moment.
I'm trying my best not to look like I'm ex-military. I've hunched my back over.
Yeah, you could be ex-military, but you could be like a mercenary now. Maybe.
Oh, I am ex-military. I'm trying not to look ex-military.
So
I'm trying to look as non-imperial as possible.
For 200, he sort of looks you up and down, and he said, "Well, it's probably time I had a break." He said. He opens up a screen on the computer on the console, pushes a button, and the screen lights up. I'm just going to get a hot drink.
What was your name, by the way?
His name will be I don't know, Zach Arden.
I'll make a note of that because he's going to get killed
He's
later.
dead.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll go, and I'm looking basically for the paperwork for the Golden Husk or 341 Beta Sky.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you can search back through the records. There are records for both ships. Beta Sky, you can obviously see that has left the station and not returned.
And the manifests are signed off by.
Manifest will be signed off by. Let me have a look here.
Becky asking question the game designers were not ready to answer.
Yeah. As per usual, I'll just make a list of names I can pull out of the hat to know you lot.
I'm sure there's a 40k name generator somewhere.
Yeah, there is a character gen.
Well, that's a nomad. That's not right.
40k name generator. Yeah. Realmofplastic.com.
Realm of Plastic. Okay, give us a name, Jason.
There you go.
Human. Oh, that was lucky because I just pushed that link and it opened up another tab instead of just dumping me at the one we're in. Imperial citizens. How does that work? Okay. Oh, Kessin. Yeah. Harik Kessin.
Right, so that's our corrupt harbour
Inspector.
officer.
Corrupt. Yeah, you're corrupt.
Kessin, sorry,
Kessin.
Kessin,
Harik Kessin.
Havik Kessin.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to find this guy because he'll have contact to the gang.
Okay, so you want to know if the golden husk is here? Did you want to know that?
We can check, yeah.
Okay, so you check for the golden husk. You can see multiple flights to and fro. Again, but this is actually going to not to the spaceport. It's meant to be mining equipment for a base in the desert.
So it goes
from the space station directly to the camp in the desert, but meant to be
Right.
carrying mining equipment.
the camp in the desert we came from, or on another.
Yes, the
planet?
camp in the desert you came from.
Right.
Okay.
And you can see that it's arrived 2 hours before you.
Okay, and again, it's all signed off by Havik Kessin, yeah.
By the same guy, and that it is scheduled to depart on the oath unspoken.
Oh,
Oh fuck.
well,
For
that's not going to happen now, is it?
for the Shrine World Taurus.
Okay. I suggest we get on board that ship.
Yeah.
Follow the pilgrims.
Yep.
Follow the pilgrims. Yes, the pilgrims. The place is actually full of pilgrims. They're all heading towards the departure gates, crowding through. You can purchase tickets for the ship to go onto the Shrine World. Are you having cabins? How many cabins are you having? You've got one, like group cabin, or do you want to be with other people, or separate, or how much money are you spending on it?
It'll probably wise that we have our own cabin just in case we need to do interrogations or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you get booked
How long
onto
is
the oath.
this journey?
Sorry,
How long is this journey?
this journey is going to be a week.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
The Oath Unspoken is quite a large ship. Let's see what's the
Well, it must be if
description.
it's getting this other ship in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a huge ship. It's a modified. It's a unique and heavily modified vessel, sharing many similarities with the Dauntless class light cruiser. But its origins is lost to history. The captain is called Aristide Anzafor.
Well, you better write that down because it's bound to come up later and I ain't.
Lord Captain.
It just sounds like Panzervor.
Yeah, let's call him that.
Panzervor.
Panzervor. Yes, as you know, a ship this size, before it jumps the warp, it must get a significant distance away from any inhabited planets before
You
it
say
does
as
that.
we
Hope
know,
so.
but
Um,
I get it. Okay.
So, as the ship is moving out, people will still be boarding because it's got so many people to try and get aboard as well. Anyway, but it is a huge ship. So you get a cabin. You've got a spare bunk. It's like a 4-person cabin. It's pretty modest though. There's not a lot of space. There's like one chair and 4 bunks, 4 lockers, and that's about it.
We each get 8 hours on the chair.
What, communal bathroom?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. No, you can have a bathroom as well. Then it'll be pretty basic. Pretty
It
basic.
still kind of feels like what's one of those student accommodation for travelling that are like 20 quid a night type things. What do they call them?
What, hostels?
Yeah, it feels like a hostel.
Yeah, youth hostels.
Yeah, it is. It's, it'd be, if you've ever been on a sleeper carriage of a train, your areas like that.
Yeah.
Bunks either side, very, very small. You can get in there and turn around.
Oh, yes.
But they are cramming pilgrims on the ship, like.
Yeah. Kind of regret getting a regular cabin now. I didn't realise this is how ordinary people travelled, but I suppose the characters would be used to it.
Yeah, you'll be used to it. Although, obviously, with being an ex-soldier with Reggie in there, you're taking up 2 people's space anyway.
Am I?
I thought you're quite big, aren't you?
Never really thought about it. I mean, in armour.
Okay, which you haven't got at the moment. That's true.
Well, I would have it with me though, with luggage. So,
So as you board the Oath Unspoken, the vessel is already moving away from Desolium in order to gain this safe distance for warp transition. It takes several hours to reach that safe distance, so you've got some time to settle in before the warp engines activate. And the background noise of the vessel's plasma engines and a throbbing sound cuts across most of the decks. As you power out into the deeper system, and suddenly that sound ceases abruptly, and you feel a prickling sensation all over the hairs of your neck and arms. As the reality encompassing bubble of the ship's Geller field springs into existence, and you feel a gut-wrenching shudder as the vessel seems to tilt without moving, leaving reality behind and dragging itself into the warp. Giorgio, could you roll me a what the hell is it now? What's your I'm getting confused about different. Where is a character sheet? Drive.
as a warp kraken tries to nom on your brain.
Yeah, what I want is
I
a
think
like a constitution roll.
a constitution.
Yeah, it's not called that. I'm trying to think what it's called.
Toughness.
Toughness roll.
Oh, fuck me. I'm spending a fate point.
Okay. Well, you don't need to. You're just not that serious.
It's very low though.
That's okay.
Yeah, I failed.
Okay.
Even if I did spend a fate point, I still would have failed.
There you go. So we're going to use all sort of different stuff you haven't put points in. Yeah, you start feeling a bit unwell as you make this jump to warp. Yeah, you even throw up a little bit using the toilet. The room you share with everybody else just starts to smell a little bit. And you feel unwell for the next few hours before you can. But with this warp all around you now, obviously you're warp sensitive.
Be assured, if any warp entity makes its way into your brain pan, I will explode it. You don't have to worry about that.
Warp entity.
I'm just sticking my thumb out of the bathroom door. You hear throwing up noises coming from behind the door.
Actually, I forgot to say that, didn't I? You hear before you jump to warp, actually, you heard the captain, the sorry, what's he called? The Lord Captain
The Lord Captain.
address the passengers before you jumped into warp. He says, "Welcome all, and may the God Emperor bless this voyage." And that's when you jumped. So, are you going to explore the ship? The ship is large.
Well, I'm assuming Lothos is a bit busy.
He's a bit under the weather. He can still move around a bit. You give him, especially if you give him a couple of hours to throw up his food. The eating will be communal.
Yeah.
I know you said earlier on, but eating will be communal.
And just to clarify, when you say it will take a week, as in a week to get to the first destination where we can gain access potentially to the Golden Husk. So we've got a long time.
No. This will take a week to get to the planet, the shrine world you're going to.
Okay.
The Golden Husk will be in the hold.
So it's in the hold now, you mean?
Yep.
We want to go to the passenger manifest, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to. So, how are you going to do that? You're going to try and break into the ship's computers. You're going to go to the Lord Captain.
I think at the moment, this Lord Captain is obviously innocent. A worthy subject of the Emperor. I'm sure if we're non-accusationary, we can get to what we want. We don't need to threaten him with any undue bureaucratic process or condemnation for heresy. I'm sure he'll just give us what we want.
You're sure of that? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because also don't forget we're a little bit at his mercy whilst on his ship. Because whilst we might be inquisitors, we could easily be disappeared. It's ultimately he's got all the staff here, but so I would rather take a friendly approach with him. I think.
Okay, so you want to make an appointment to see him then?
I think so.
Okay. So you put in a request to have a meeting with the Lord Captain. Are you telling them who you are?
I think so. But what do you think, Lothos guys?
I don't see why that would be a problem.
I don't see the necessity of saying who we are.
To get the appointment and get the passenger manifest is all I'm interested in. I don't believe he's likely to be.
I mean, couldn't we just say we are working with the Sanctuary rather than saying we are with the Inquisition? I mean, it's a half-truth. Still wouldn't put us out like that. If that means something in English, but I mean, not to be too noisy with we are with the Inquisition, we need the fucking documents. We are working with the Sanctuary of this and that planet. We might need.
Are we just creating problems for ourselves, though?
I mean, if the captain is working with someone in the station, that might.
It's a rogue trader. He can afford
them...
this ship. He didn't get this ship by trading a few Xenos, smuggling a few Xenos bits.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fine either way. We will deal with the consequences either way.
All right, we'll go subtle for a starting point then.
You go subtle, okay. You say you're working with maybe
we'll sign ourselves as detectives.
Oh, you could say your sanctuaries from Decilium, and if he wants evidence, you can always put them onto your Turnberg friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so you get an appointment. When he hears that your sanctuaries are you're aboard, he doesn't clear the his schedule for you, but he does see you within a few hours of you making the appointment. You're actually called to the bridge to see him. So many pages.
It's a big bridge.
It's a big bridge. Okay. So yeah, you go to see the captain in the bridge, which is in the Basilica. He's actually the captain has like a personal cathedral on board. The ship is that big, and at the heart of Basilica is the bridge of the ship. Here, officers and crew busy themselves, keeping ship operations synchronized and the ship on course. The Lord Captain's command throne towers over the surrounding consoles on its raised platform. There's a scent of sacred incense, and the hushed whispers of the crew fill the air, rendering the great domed chamber a solemn and monastic tone. Alongside crew members whose cranial cables tether them to the consoles, servitors move to and fro, or to rest in the permanent emplacements sat around the room. Currently seated in the big throne is the captain. And as you are ushered into the chamber, he turns to you, swiveling the throne in your direction, and says, "Well, we don't often have sanctuaries aboard, but please come closer and tell me what your business is." And this bridge is a multi-level chamber as you look around it, 45 meters across at its widest. The apex of the dome is 20 meters high, with the navigator's seclusion blister hanging amidst the tangle of 1,000 data cables and wires. It looks like a cocoon in the center of a web. So yeah.
Look into the other two to see who wants to speak. I mean, I don't mind doing it, but I was just seeing if you wanted to.
I mean, I'm very much more likely to ask questions rather than bullshit someone.
Apparently,
So-
I'm good at bullshitting,
Okay, so
but real me is very much not.
the ball is in your yard.
I think if there's a seat, I would just sit on it without getting invited to. And I would say, Lord Captain Anzafor, we are on this ship due to a person of interest. We are looking for the owner of the Golden Husk.
He pauses for a minute. It's almost looking past you, and you see some lights wink on and off under his hair. And he says, "Yes, the Golden Husk." He says, "Jarek ship. It is aboard. I believe he is as well. He checked in.
Do you know him personally? Or is he just a
He's been on
passenger?
this ship numerous times. I have met him. I can't say I know him."
Sorry, I just wanted to establish that, but carry on, Jason.
Well,
has-
that's
he has-
why I
he has
let
done
him
this-
say the name.
He has done this trip numerous times.
And he doesn't give you any trouble?
I've never had any trouble with him, no.
What is he transporting?
Oh, just various cargo, mining supplies, and all sorts of some air atmospheric processing equipment.
Do you ever do inspections on his cargo?
We don't tend to need to because it's all checked at the Kappa orbital. There's far too much cargo aboard to check everything anyway.
You seem awfully indifferent, given what he could be carrying.
Anybody, he says, anyone could be carrying something they're not meant to. We can't check everybody. There's tens of thousands of people aboard.
Yes, but we are only after one.
Well, we can certainly pull them aside and give them a thorough check.
I don't think it would be wise to check his current cargo. We would like to apprehend him.
Oh, do you mind telling me what his current cargo is?
Yes.
Classified.
We would mind that a lot. Mind your fucking business.
I am Lord Captain here. I have a right to know if the ship is in danger.
Should have asked yourself this question before boarding him and his cargo.
I'm looking to Lothos because, like, I know Lothos doesn't want to say who we are, but I mean,
if you knew you were coming aboard, you could have at least given me a little bit more of a notice before coming aboard and demand.
I gesture to Regia that if she wants to take out the big guns, she's more than welcome to.
okay. We were chasing him. We'll try not to. We were chasing him. We only just made it.
But I'm sure we can help you, he says. Also, if we can help each other, maybe.
Motherfucker. As in, what would you need?
Well, we have had a few problems aboard. There is a person on board that I would like captured. He seems to be an escaped prisoner from the old Rogue Trader Wars, from one of the old Rogue Trader dynasties. The wretch is hiding somewhere below decks. If you could track him down for me before he does any damage, that would be of use to me, and I could return the favor.
Could. You will return the favor.
Yeah, I mean, we got a week to spare on this.
Once we've apprehended our man, I guess we could pass the time with some practice, couldn't we?
Yes, this person's called Nilith. He comes from an opposing dynasty to mine, and I believe he's on board to sabotage the ship.
Well, that doesn't sound great because we're on it.
He must be very good if he can sabotage a ship as big as this as well.
Well, as I say, he's an ex-rogue trader himself, so he knows ship systems very, very well.
Let's get our man first, and we'll use up any spare time we have. wanting yours.
What's your plan for catching this Jarek then?
Well, I assume we bought a ticket. There's a room number or a location on this ship that we can go to find him.
Yes. He has a room. He usually just takes whatever's available. But yes, he definitely has a room. And he sort of like he pauses again, just sort of looking past you for a second. He's probably, I think he was, according to the security cameras, he was last seen heading towards the public execution.
Public execution.
Yes, there's a large hold next to the Drummels, which is an area of the ship. It's been set aside for executions. It's all above board. We've had a trial. It keeps some of the passengers amused on the journey as well. Keeps down any trouble.
Can we have his room number?
His room number. Let me write that down.
Well, we don't need to know the number. We could just assume that we.
Yeah. Okay.
My question is he traveling alone?
Good one.
Is he traveling alone? No, he actually has two compatriots with him.
Yes,
Yeah.
to what?
Two people with him.
companions.
2 people. Okay.
I wonder as well if he is going to a public execution. That's a pretty good place to have a secret meeting or exchange with someone else.
It probably would be. It will be packed with spectators.
Yeah.
That's not where we want to confront him, really.
No,
His
but we can
room
at least
is.
watch him.
Hmm. Yes. Yeah, you could always watch him. Yes, certainly.
We could split up. Maybe if a couple of us go to the public execution and try and keep him there, so to buy the other person time.
Not even that. I'm just wondering about waiting for him in his room.
Well, yeah. Depends
Then
what we're
come
going to
to
find
us.
in there, though, isn't it?
Is that what you want to do? You want to wait for him in his room?
Well, it's up to the others as well. I mean,
Hmm.
what Jason's suggesting isn't a bad idea because we could get more intelligence out of other people he's meeting.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to think about it, it's 9:30 for a break.
Let's have a
Yeah.
break anyway. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think we.
Yeah,
I think
I've been
Jason's
thinking
right.
about it, but I do believe we are heading in the right direction. I'm just thinking which one I prefer. See you in 5, let's
Okay.
say.
Yeah.
Mo, mo, mo.
Hello.
Hello.
Where is I'm going to have to write down that's page. And where? What is that?
Yeah, basically was. It was an experience.
Jason said he hasn't just been on any sleeper
Oh,
train.
yeah.
He's been on a hard sleeper train in China, 3x3 bunk beds with just a curtain separating each section. So I said that's a chicken class cabin, that is.
Oh, the only one I've been on is the Cornwall to London one.
I've never been on a sleeper train.
I like it. Very nice.
I did look up the prices for the Orient
Very nice
Express,
when
and they
they're
don't show the
comfy.
prices, which means I can't afford it.
But it's considered first class. I only did it because the company was paying for it.
What the what have you been on again? Sorry,
The what's it called?
The Flying Dutch.
Is it the Riviera Sleeper? It's the GWR from Penzance to London overnight.
I see. Right.
And to catch an early flight at Heathrow, we go up on the sleeper.
I think there's one in
Yeah, but you get a fucking cabin.
Yeah, you get a cabin, breakfast in the morning. Use of the first class lounge at Paddington.
Wow.
It's nice. It's a nice way to travel.
Yep.
It just doesn't take long enough to justify a cabin, though.
It takes 6 hours.
Yeah,
They
it's 6 hours.
they stop outside London for a while before they go. But they've just actually recently, this last week, I think they've just now stopped the train from Penzance to Aberdeen.
Yes, I know.
It's not running anymore. Longest train route in England.
I have been on that
If
train
the train
quite a
goes
few
beyond
times, but not
Aberdeen.
the whole way, obviously.
Sorry?
I said I've been on that a few times, but I not the whole way, obviously.
No. If I knew they was going to stop it, it might be worth going on. But it takes like 24 hours, I think.
I don't even know if there is train line beyond Aberdeen, to be honest.
No, I think that's as far as it goes. That's as far as it goes. Because you used to be able to, when they did that intercity car thing, you stick your car on the train in St Austell, and you can take the car off the train in Aberdeen.
Looking That's the road.
Let me see. What was that?
I think it took at least 12. I thought it took sort of like 16 hours or something.
It's a long time.
24.
It takes a long time.
It's a good like full day
Hmm.
sort of thing. But yeah, I'd often get it from like Birmingham up to York sort of thing, cross country.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, there is a
But also,
wait.
it was a slow train. It like often it would go like all sorts of stops like Tamworth and Wakefield and shit like that. My God, that was always kind of like, oh, if you knew it was gonna
So,
go that way round to Leeds rather than the other way around.
so there's a train line
Uh,
goes from Perth to Inverness, but I
Perth.
yeah. So basically, Glasgow, Perth, Inverness, or Edinburgh, Perth,
Oh,
Inverness. You know,
that Perth.
not
I went.
Australia,
No,
but
I know, but
so
I thought it was
Inverness
somewhere
is
down
further
south.
north
I'm like, what?
than
Yeah.
than Aberdeen. But I don't see.
Hmm.
Whenever I try to do it from Aberdeen to Inverness, Google keeps giving me Megabus. So I don't think there's a line from Aberdeen to Inverness. So you could get a bit further north, but you can't get further, if you see what I mean.
it's been running since 1921. That train route.
Yeah. Looking on
13
looking
hours.
on Google Maps, I cannot see a train station at Inverness.
Why did it give me an option from Aberdeen? Sorry, from Glasgow I did it, but no, it's now it's. Oh, my apologies. It was doing a leg of it. It was doing a train up to Perth and then Megabus. I see. Yeah, sorry. No,
Okay.
part of the route was bus. So yeah, no, Aberdeen. Off you go. But not for you. Being in the
So,
wild, at the end of the earth.
yeah, Penzance is the end of the line.
It's
Yeah,
beyond
wow.
the end of
So,
civilization.
The leak up there. It looks like friggin' Faroe Islands.
What Inverness? It would
Yeah.
do.
there's
Oh,
not
I
much up
know,
there.
but I'm just surprised how similar.
I mean,
It's still a long way to go to the end, though, isn't it? It's quite a lot after
Yeah.
Aberdeen.
there's a lot of land, but there's not a lot of people.
Jorna Groats.
Hmm. So, have you decided what you want to do?
Well, I think personally, I think Jason was right that we should get the intelligence. But I think when it comes to actually apprehending them, unless we make them aware of our presence, sitting in their room is not a bad idea.
Yeah, true.
So we'd like to try and find them at the execution to see if we can gain additional intelligence.
Okay, yeah. So, who's going then? You suggested two people, didn't you? Or all going?
I think
No,
I don't know why
I
we'd
suggested
split.
it. But if we're not worried about being in the room right now, then we might as well all go.
I say there's going to be a lot of people there.
I also have a special ability that allows me to ignore crowds for purposes of movement. And,
Oh yes, you've used that before in Destiny, haven't you? Yeah.
Yes. Teeming masses in Metal Mountains, it's called.
Okay, so you leave the bridge and you wander down towards the bay where the execution's happening. That is here. Should write that down. Yeah, so you can walk down there. They say crowds are everywhere as people get used to the ship and start wandering around, get finding their feet and where everything is. You are shown, well, not shown the way. You're directed by one of the actual bridge staff to the direction to take. It takes you through the Drummels, which is this main like public area of the ship. And there's lots of people here. A lot of them are traders, but mostly they're going to be pilgrims. Off the side of the Drummels, you can see this big area that's been set aside, this spacious cargo hold. And it is packed. There's more people going in all the time. As you enter, let's see, as you enter, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to roll a dice. 3. Giorgio, you're stopped. You are stopped in your tracks as a man in loose striped breeches and faded yellow vest bars your path. He's wearing a crescent moon mask and a wickedly pointed nose. As soon as he stops you, he begins juggling several objects and continues to incorporate one more into his routine at very regular spaces. And these include sharp razor edge pieces of carved bone, skulls, wrought with metal studs, even vials of undefinable liquid. And he adds more in and keeps juggling.
You missed it, Georgia.
Yeah, sorry.
I got what you said.
I'd
Yeah.
say I wait for his routine to slow down a little bit, like maybe in between, like sort of sets. Throw a bunch of coins in his way and just try and move past him.
Oh, you're actually going to throw some money at him?
No, I want to give him money for his juggling and then fuck off.
Okay. So
I mean,
as
I
you- as
assume
you-
he's
as
some
you
sort
stop-
of street artist, by the way you described it.
yeah, he is that sort of thing. Yeah, and his routine grows more and more elaborate
Mm-hmm.
as he keeps going. He doesn't speak, but he'll just stand in your way and juggle.
Even if I gave him money, he's still juggling.
You're actually going to give him the money, are you? So if you're going to give him the money, he then stops.
Okay, so I give him enough money for him to stop so that I can follow through.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you stop, and he sort of like he waves and said,
Mm-hmm. Take it.
"Okay, yeah." He goes away quite happy. Yeah, okay.
Mm.
He just throw money at him.
Yeah, I gave him
Okay.
like how much money did you give him to the other guy before, Becky? It was about 200 credits.
It was 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not giving that much, maybe 50 credits.
Okay, he goes away quite happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
And you enter the big cargo bay. You enter the big cargo bay. The place is crowded. Everyone is excitedly talking, and some people are shouting and they're pushing, and there's people selling like snacks, and you can smell all sorts of scents of some cooked food. And it's a massive. This execution booth has been set up for the ritual. And as you watch, the Road Traders chief magistrate comes out onto the stage next to this execution booth and starts warning everybody there about the crime that merited this sentence. And they pull this guy out, and he's pretty thin. He's just got like a loincloth on. He's pretty thin, and his head's been shaved. His eyes are wide and panicky, and someone opens up this execution pod, and they throw him in and slam the door behind him. And this guy in all these robes, a big tablet, keeps on speaking as the guy sort of puts his hands upon the glass and starts banging. Everyone sort of like goes quiet as this probe is lowered down from the ceiling of the chamber, and he sort of looks back at it and starts thumping on the window even more, and then all of a sudden it's just boom, and he's just the whole chamber is just filled with dust, and this guy's gone.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to scan the crowd looking for Dr. Jekyll.
Okay, so give me some of your improved.
Yeah, am I doing an improved skill roll?
Yeah. I wanted
Observation.
There isn't an observation. Is it awareness or
Scrutiny in this circumstance. We know what he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a description of him.
Well, we've seen him, haven't we?
I don't know. I mean, you had a description. It had a bolter with him. I don't know if you had any further description than that. But perhaps you could have, while you were in the orbital, you could have seen his pilot's license or something on the screen.
I would have also tried to find somewhere a bit higher up.
Okay, yeah. There's some staging and stuff around the side so more people can see. So there's a floor in front of the execution chamber, and then there's steps seating up at the back and the sides, so you can climb higher on that if you want.
Give or
So you
take.
get plus.
Yeah, sorry.
So I was going to say plus 10 for more height for Jason.
Yeah, and we know he's in a group of 3 at least.
Yeah.
Sorry,
George.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, how big is this place? Give or take.
This is going to be a hold on the ship, so it's going to be pretty large. There's no dimensions actually given for it, but we're going to say 200 meters square.
Okay.
Cubed even. It's
Okay.
high as well.
So I'd like to try my new acquired psychic power, which is warp perception. I have to roll a science check, and then I get a natural senses for 20 meters radius.
Okay.
And just have a walk around the area to see if I actually see something with my eldritch perception.
Okay.
Science, which is straight up. Okay, I'm spending the fate point here.
Okay, yeah, fake point as well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a 5. So it's 4 levels of success.
Wow, okay.
I mean, these dice wouldn't work for anything else other than Cthulhu and Warhammer, apparently. That'd be shite for everything else.
Well, you know what to use it for now then. So yeah, you can sense up ahead. Did anyone else? How did everyone else's roll go?
Fail.
Sorry, what was the pluses and minuses? We didn't get minuses, did we?
Oh, you know what he looks like, so you can have a plus 10 for know what he looks like.
Okay, I just
if you get more height like Jason.
Plus 10 does it.
Okay. Yeah. So, Giorgio, you actually come in, you split up and sort of start circling around the room. And Giorgio, goes straight for the raised platforms and walks up there to try and get a view down over the floor. Guy, as you walk into the middle sorry, Lothos, you walk into the middle of the crowd in front of you, and Regia, you walk around the side, and literally at the same time, both Lothos and Regia, you see them, the three of them gathered in a group, watching the execution. A couple of them has drinks, and one of them, you think is the captain, has some sort of like meat on a stick he's eating.
Okay.
Can we assume we got comms to talk with each other on short range distance?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay. So of course I give the other two, assuming I don't see Regia, I give them both the general area where these people are, like at 6 hours of the podium or whatnot. And are they speaking among themselves, or is someone else with them?
No, they're speaking with each other. Yeah, they seem to be just by themselves at the moment.
Okay.
Just seems to have come just to enjoy the execution.
I will try and find a way to stay close enough to keep an eye on them, but not that close for them to keep an eye on me.
Okay.
And just monitor the situation to see if someone approaches them, or maybe acts suspicious in their regards, like slipping envelopes or whatnot. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Gaius, you can now see where they are because Lothos has pointed them out for you. So are you staying where you are with your raised position, or are you moving closer?
Stay where I am for now. I don't want to lose sight of them.
Can you?
I need to eat something before I take these. Is this something small?
I have no idea. What are they?
No, I just need something to eat.
Okay.
Before I take them.
Some sausage rolls in there.
Thank you.
Or an egg there.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
I'll just stay where I am.
You can stay where you are. Okay. Reggie, what are you doing? You closing in, or?
At the moment, they've not made contact with anyone, so
They haven't. No.
Yeah, I just want to observe for now. If they stop moving, though, then obviously I'll reposition.
Okay. If you could all roll me a d6 a minute. Just some.
Every one of us.
No reason. Just no reason.
Yeah, all of you. Just 2. Ooh. 5 and 2. Jason, could you re-roll yours?
Yes. 2 people with 2, that's just wrong.
No, I got 6.
Oh, you got 6?
This is a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It is in Chinese.
Okay.
Right.
And I couldn't be asked to do that.
Neither Phil nor myself are Chinese.
I didn't know that. 2?
Yeah, all
okay.
their number signs are on one hand.
Well, I do
So much more
binary, so it's
convenient.
that.
Yeah. But like they've got
Roman numerals.
like that is 10, I think.
Okay. While you're standing there watching these 3 people in the crowd, you just hear some background chat going on around you. So, Jason, you hear I heard soft whispers, one person says, of some outfit that did wrong back on the last stop on Desilium, part of something called the Mournful Song. Keep it low. Not many live saying that name aloud. They are a bunch of madmen, twisted maniacs that do all sorts of horrible things. Giorgio, they say the sable smugglers deal in forbidden and blasphemous objects. I hear they move Their wares about unseen in the darkness. Who knows? They could be right here on the oath.
Can you repeat the
Uh,
name of this group?
The other group, the group that they just talked to Jason about,
The Mournful
was
Song.
the Mournful
No.
Song.
Oh, mournful song. Okay, and the ones that I heard about, the ones smuggling. I didn't hear
Uh,
what you called them.
Sable smugglers.
Sable smokers. Okay.
Yeah, sable trade is the trade in the Xenos artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Sable smokers.
And Becky, number 5, you hear someone say, I hear there's some kind of war between these songers and this other group who call themselves the Inheritors or some such. Thing is, these Inheritors aren't haven't been on Desolium long, but I think they're from Thor, Bone World. You think they'd get on better, both being obsessed with death.
So the children of the inheritance are at war with who?
Songers and the Inheritors.
Songers.
As in, presumably, the Mournful Song.
Mournful Song.
Do I know anything about the Mournful Song, given my background?
The Mournful Song. You're
I do have
from.
Common Law Underworld as well.
Okay, well, you're Common Law Underworld.
That sounded very German for a second.
Gotta find it. Now.
Hang on, that's intelligence. Yeah, I don't think it would pass anyway. But 29.
Oh, there's
that's a fail anyway.
Okay, just let me have a quick.
Smidgen of underworld knowledge, but not much.
A smidgen. Okay, right, yeah, so you don't find out, or you don't recall ever hearing of them then?
No.
Okay.
They are obviously
So-
on the level below the one I'm familiar with.
Or keeping themselves to themselves very well.
Yes, yes.
So, yes, after the execution, you see these three you're watching. They turn and start leaving the hall. Several other people just sort of stay put and chat. Giorgio, you see your juggler friend again, getting money off of somebody else.
Mm-hmm. So, as long as it is somebody else, I'm happy with that.
There is, as they leave, they pass very close to you, actually, Giorgio, and you hear them talking about going to the fighting pits and maybe making a few wagers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of course, I refer everything I hear in my comms, so that
Yeah.
can Regen Gaius heard it.
Can you do me a scrutiny roll, please?
A scrutiny.
Yeah.
A scrutiny. Which is shit. Oh no, it's perception. It's kind of cool. Hopefully. Okay, so that's a regular pass.
Regular
35
pass,
out of
okay.
38.
So you hear as they talk about the fighting pits. The one with the stick, someone's identified as Jarek. Says that they can go on without him. He has someone to meet. It's a business to take care of.
Okay. I just keep following the script, and of course repeat everything I hear to Regen Gaius.
So they're
Okay.
splitting up, right? So we need to take different tails each. There's 3 of them and 3 of us. The same number will follow, I guess.
Well, 2 are going to the fighting pits. Jarek, the captain, is going off to this
Who wants
meeting.
the captain?
Do we want to follow all of them?
Oh, AJ, hello.
Hey,
Hi there.
long time
Hello.
no hear. But yeah, there's 3 of them, right? And there's 3 of us, so we'll follow them. 1 person following each. Who wants to take the captain?
How burly does the captain look?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
Yeah, I
is this gonna
mean,
be a
as
bit
I
of a
say,
physical thing?
he cuts like a Han Solo type figure. He's not huge.
Ooh, so gunslinger, maybe a
Shall I
specified
take
guy
him?
then.
Oh, right, you go. Okay.
You know, he's. I mean, he's the guy that had the bolter, but he's not got it with him at the moment. He's not carrying it off openly on the ship.
Good. Yeah, we can jump around and fire guns at each other.
Okay, you can take the captain, are you?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, Scoot.
I am also quick with a blaster, thank you very much. It's my best skill by far.
You got 2 now. Well, you haven't got 2, but you could have had 2.
No, but I can pick one up. Details.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll follow the other 2 first off to the fighting pits.
Okay.
Again, it's another hold. After led to you follow them through many corridors into another hold. They obviously have done this trip multiple times themselves, so they seem to know where they're going. The room again is filled with crew and in several groups of pilgrims. In the middle of this fighting pit, there's 2 massive fighters. In the center of the arena, absolutely brutalizing each other with bare fists and chain blades, teeth, whatever they can get hands on. It's quite vicious. And you can see all around you wages of bone chips and ration chips are being traded and flying through the air as people make a bet on the actual outcome of the fight. These 2 walk straight up to somebody who seems to be a tout to make a couple bets, and they walk away with some pieces of paper and start watching the fight.
Oh, this is very cliche and dull. I want to declare them all guilty and just like buy a weapon this hold, so I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, so you're left there watching this. I don't know if you're watching them or the fight more. I don't know.
I keep a close eye on them.
I'm so bored of the fight. I'm watching them. See if they make contact with anyone.
They seem to be enjoying it, even if you're not. The other way, Gaius follows Jarek into more of the public areas of the ship, actually, not off to some side area. So what you do ahead of you, the corridor opens up into a massive chamber. Its ceiling lost amid shadow and mist and tangles of steel wire and heavy cablings. The chamber is given over to a huge open market, and the roar of voices echo across the room as thousands of individuals push past one another in a large crowd, surveying all the goods offered at stalls and haphazard shop fronts. A tangle of freestanding structures erected from scrap metal and flakboard are built atop one another, rising almost to the ceiling. Gantries and ladders and rope bridges connect many entrances and platforms, A number of acrobats perform their art amidst the ropes and beams that hold up the upper floors for the entertainment of the crowd below. So you're going to have to use your skill here of moving through crowds to keep up with it. So I think you're muted there as well.
Yes, I do so.
So it seems like the right person has gone to follow the captain. So is that just an innate trait you've got? You haven't got a roll for that, have you?
No, so basically, it ignores crowds for purposes of movement, treating them as open terrain. When in closed spaces, I can also gain a +20 bonus to navigate surface tests.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, you can keep up with him. He stops. He stops a few times to check out the odd stall, and occasionally he sort of like might purchase something, so a little small knick-knack off a stall. But he walks across the market, and with your skill, you can keep him in sight quite easily. He enters what looks like a very rickety-looking bar.
Okay.
And the door shuts behind him. Are you following me?
Yes, I'll probably wait like 10 seconds or something first, and then go in.
Okay.
And then see what he does. If he's like staying for a drink, which I'm assuming he is at this point, then I'll also find a table somewhere out of the way just to watch him.
Okay. As you push through the door, it's a smallish bar. It's not huge. The light is not bright, but you can see quite easily across the room. There's a bar in front of you with a couple of bar staff serving drinks. There's not many people in here. Your friend Jarek is standing in front of a table that is surrounded by pilgrims.
So he's
And
just
he's
like
talking to them.
standing at that table.
Yeah.
Okay, he's talking to them, right? As in, like, aggressively so, or
No,
more
he seems
just
to be
like...
quite friendly with them.
Okay. Right, okay. Well, yeah, in that case, I'll keep to my plan, just try and blend in, get a drink,
Okay.
find a table out of the way.
Okay, so you walk to the bar and you order a drink. Do you want to make a scrutiny roll, see if you can overhear anything?
But I can't do these rolls, you know this.
If you sort of say that once you've collected your drink, you walk to a table on the opposite side of them, you can walk past him.
Yes, I was thinking something similar to that, so yes.
I give you a +20
+20, fantastic.
for walking
Right.
close to him.
Okay. Oh, I got 8 above.
8
I will
above.
spend a fate point to make it a pass.
Okay. Make it a pass. Okay, so yeah, you walk past him. As you walk past him, he does sort of like look over his shoulder, just glancing eyes, but he doesn't stop talking. He just drops his voice a little bit, and he says, "Your cargo is in the hold. It will be delivered on time, but there might be problems with the next one."
Oh. Well, that's a bit unexpected. What, do the pilgrims say anything in response to that?
If you rolled a bit higher, you might have heard a response as well.
Okay. All right, no problem.
Yeah.
You mean lower?
They seem to be. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. They seem to be a little bit. They're okay that seem the stuff is on board, but they're not very happy about why is the problems later on.
Well, yeah, of course. So it's for them.
Okay. If you go back to the fighting pitch quickly, As the fight ends, one of the big figures crumples on the floor as the other one puts his knee in between his shoulders and pulls his head back, breaking his neck. The crowd goes, so starts shouting, and the two crew who've been following are quite happy. They've obviously won, and they rush back to their to the ticket tout they bought their bet with, put their bet with, and an argument ensues because he doesn't want to pay them. So
I'm just waiting.
yeah, the argument sort of gets a little bit heated with them, and the ticket tout pulls a gun and shoots at one of the crew. He hits him, and the guy falls to the ground. The other one backs off with his hands up, walking away from backwards, but the ticket tout turns and runs into the crowd. But the crowd sort of opens up to let him pass, so everyone runs away. Everyone trying to get out of the way of the firearm.
Well, that's one fewer to deal with.
But he kneels down next to his friend on the floor, who's now sort of bleeding out.
Empathy, error 404 not found.
Yeah, you're not going to do it. You're just going to observe.
Yeah.
Okay. Some people rush around, and he's picked up and carried off. So his friend goes with him to seek some sort of medical assistance somewhere. I don't know if are you following him or not?
Wait, so his friend is alive?
Is bleeding
His friend
out.
is alive, but he is bleeding. He's bleeding.
Oh, I'll step forward and offer medical help.
Okay. If you want to do
This guy's a
medical-
bodyguard and is a known children of the inheritance. So my medical role is to ensure he dies, but make it look like I'm saving him.
Wow. Just wow.
He's an antagonist. I'm the main character, as are you, apparently. Right? You know what I mean?
Ouch.
Given I'm not actually doing any actual medical role, just making it look good, does that make it easier?
Yeah, go on. We'll give you plus 20 for that then.
Okay.
Not too much.
Pass with 1 level of success.
Okay. Yeah, you rush down there and you sort of kneel down by his side and pull open his clothes and try to stop the bleeding, but you're putting the pressure in a little bit the wrong place, so he's still bleeding.
Yeah.
You're just covering it up. And after a while, he expires on the floor, and you look up and say to his friend, "Oh, yeah, sorry, but the wound was too bad." And he was sort of, "Oh, damn it."
I'm so sorry. I did everything I knew how to do.
No, fair. It's just, thanks for trying to help.
I'm covered
that
in
sort
blood.
of-
And I'm like, I don't know about you.
Is that-
I could use a drink after this.
Well, yeah, I'll buy you a drink. No problem. He said, trying to help out like that. Was that Battlefield?
Yeah.
Where's that?
I was in. I'll give a regiment I know of, but not the one I was actually in.
Okay. Yeah.
Enough that I could give real answers without actually identifying myself.
Oh, he says that's. Yeah, you did everything you could, more than anyone else did here. No, come on, I'll get you a drink.
It's field medic. It's not like I'm a
Oh,
proper
yeah.
medic.
You didn't have any. He didn't have any stuff with you either. So
No. Just trying to improvise. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I suppose you'd be he's another one for the corpse holds now.
yeah.
At least the destination's going to be right for him.
What about you? I mean, like, what were you doing? How did you get into a fight like that?
Well, we won. We were just gonna go and collect our money, but the tout didn't seem particularly happy with that.
Oh, I see. Corruption.
But that's a real shame. Never mind. Guy down now. We're on a trading mission. We're shipping some products over to the bone world.
How's that right then? You're trading on a ship that trades. Why did
Wow,
did
just
they
transport.
take you?
We haven't got a ship that's going to make it so far. So
But like,
this is
what I
transport.
don't get. Forgive my ignorance, because I'm not in trade. I'm just a soldier. Why does a trader rent out space to another trader who has the facilities that the main trader's got? If he said no, he could have exclusive control of the trade. No.
Well, they don't deal with such small little bits of trade, I suppose.
Oh, you deal
Maybe
with
go
small
to-
stuff,
Yeah, it's just small
like
stuff, really.
one-offs and unique items and things.
Oh, it's a regular trade, but we just keep like mining outposts going or shipping stuff to the bone world.
Bone worlds.
That's
Well,
that's another word for the shrine world they got because it's a
Ah,
corpse.
okay.
It's a
Right.
what's the word I'm called? What's it called again? Yeah, it's like a it's a shrine world. Isn't it? Yeah, it's like a huge graveyard.
All right. Oh, cool. So, like, what's that business like? Is it kind of like cutthroat and shooting, or
Can
is
be,
it
can be. You
peaceful?
said,
Really?
but there's always space for someone that knows how to handle themselves. If you're looking for work, no, we're one man
Can't
down as
handle
well.
himself. I mean, yeah. I mean, well, so I see. That's that. I mean, yeah, maybe. Maybe gosh,
Oh,
I
we'll get
hadn't
a
thought
drink
about
and I
that, but I
introduce.
might well do that. Yeah,
We'll get a drink and I introduce you to the captain.
stellar idea.
He says, and he holds his hand out. Who's the?
Inside, I'm thinking, I wonder if the captain needs medical help. Mwah.
Another one. Another one bites the dust, eh? Where's the? Oh God!
Yeah, I've never lost a patient. I know exactly where I buried him.
Oh, good grief! Really? Imperium, Inquisition characters, Imperial citizens. My name is Molpev.
Oh, yeah, gosh, did your parents not like you?
I'll
Moped.
put it in the. I'll put it in the chat.
Moped. God, moped.
Moped.
You should know by now, if you
Moped.
come up with a name, we will instantly come up with a way
Something
to
different.
mispronounce it. Yeah.
Yeah, but if that's all I remember now is moped.
Yeah.
So he holds his hand out.
I shake it, covered in his friend's blood.
Oh, he wipes it in his trousers. Go, let's get that drink, he said. And he'll take you off to get a drink.
Fantastic.
There we go. So what I'm thinking is we're going to leave it there for tonight.
Awesome.
Okay.
Why I
Was Giorgio doing
Oh.
the
Say
six?
I
6-6.
Sex for our audience member.
In Chinese.
yeah, I
Yes.
didn't know that.
6 in Chinese, pronounced like a New Zealander. Sex.
Like, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, we'll leave it there for
Okay.
tonight then.
Thank you for
Mhm.
watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
Yes.
AJ.
Thank you for logging in, and see you
And thank you
next
for
week.
reading.
Hopefully.
See you next.
Yeah, next week.
Well, week after probably because I'll be looking at
No,
book
it'll be
years and
3
things.
weeks
Oh.
until
Oh, yeah, 3 weeks.
we four meet again. 3 weeks.
Convention.
Oh, of course, it's conventions, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Convention season,
Is
yeah.
Is the one you're going to is solely Cthulhu, Jason?
It's all Chaosium, but for me, it's just Cthulhu because I don't do the.
That's
other ones.
interesting. Where's that
Okay.
to?
And stiff. It is in Cranfield, which is in the middle of bloody nowhere.
Just
AJ's insisting the pronunciation with his accent is sucks. Which still sounds like sex, just a bit more specifically one-sided.
I do apologise to any other New Zealanders who may find this material.
Ever.
Yeah,
Going-
I know what
It get-
watches these.
It gets worse than that. So
Yes.
You might not want to stick around.
Right, bye.
Bye bye. Good night, y'all.